At the end of our last video regarding this house barn conversion or barn house conversion, whichever way you want to say that, we created and finished up the floor plan of the existing building, which is under camera. We'll go to parallel projection and we'll go to top view. This is the floor plan. So a building original will turn off for the moment. That gets rid of all the columns, and basically that's it. I think what we'll do is I'm trying to decide if I want to make this floor part of the building original. I think I do. Make that part of the building original. So pick it up here. Building original should go away. Yep. These columns here need to go on that as well. That's better. Okay, so the main floor of this building has to go above all of this. So I think what I'm going to do is just take and make a copy of this top floor piece. Move Control, and I'm going to copy it straight up on the blue axis. Let's go 20 feet. I like to use numbers that are even so I can remember them later. I usually use 20-foot increments. So if it doesn't work on the first 20 feet, it'll work on the second 20 feet. If that makes sense. I'm going to explode this, and then floor 1, I like that. That's good. I'm looking at the tag up here. It's floor 1. Just draw a line across this so I can get this solid. I'm going to erase all the lines inside here. I just want a perimeter of this floor. So what you remember from before, we built a new wall system. This is the exterior wall 2 feet outside of the center line of these columns. They're still here. The openings are still here down below. So we still have a record of where they are. Okay. So first item up for bids is that we want to create an exterior walls for this building, and because of the new energy codes, we need to make them 6 inches thick. Get proper insulation in there. I'm just getting a few extra little tick marks and stuff out of here. Just cleaning up, doing a little housekeeping, which is a good thing to do in SketchUp. The more you can keep the junk out, the better. I'm famous for leaving junk. We can offset this whole face. You just pick that face and offset, which is F for a shortcut. Just hold the mouse down, drag it in, and type in 6, hit enter. There's our 6-inch wall. I'm not going to leave it like this, but that you can pull that up. I'm going to leave it down. Now, what we wanted to do with this building was create a kitchen, a bedroom, bathroom, and a sunroom out past this. So I think what I'm going to do is start with the sunroom. We need to offset this 5 feet back because there is a tree right in this corner. So we'll go 60 inches, 60, with a guideline. I'm going to get it, what we got here, 17. I'm going to go to the 16-foot room. Maybe a little less than that. Let's go 14. We can always change this later. I'll go this way, it's 16 feet. 14, we'll go 14 both ways. So these are just guidelines I'm pulling off the edges of this building. Just click on it with the tape measure tool and just move the mouse, let go of the mouse button and just move the mouse and it'll drag out a guideline. It's always parallel to the line you dragged it off of. So you can drag that off any point place. You know, if I wanted to drag a parallel line off way over here, I can do that. So it doesn't have to be right next door. Rectangle. Let's see, I'm going to decide whether I like that or not. I think I'm going to pull this out a little bit further, so I'll use the move tool. I think this is 14 feet. Yeah. So I'm going to move this over 2 feet. I don't know, the room just didn't seem the right size. Here I can offset these walls as well. Pick them by hand at this point, so you can see you can do it by hand. And in order to offset, you have to pick at least two connected two connected on-axis lines in order to offset. I kind of wish they hadn't made it that way, but I guess that's the way it is. So this is our addition. I'm going to take and make a window around this part of it, which will give me just the addition. Make a group out of that, make group, and then triple click on this piece, make this a group, and I'm going to tag that as floor 1. And this should be untagged. We'll tag this as floor 1 as well. Now we'll tag this. I'm going to change that to floor 1 addition. So make a new tag. Floor 1 addition. You can see I'm making it intentionally floor addition instead of addition floor. That way these, if you can see up here, you get floor 1 addition, floor 2, front, left. Okay, they're alphabetical, so I'm using the words, the first word, to make sure it all gathers together. Just makes sense to me. This room will be just this room, so we're not going to have to do anything more to that at the moment. What we want is, let's see, I don't necessarily need to get the middle of this. Well, yes, I do. Actually, I need this wall that's going to be up above here in the middle needs to be centered on this column. There's a ridge up above where we need to go. I don't know if it's going to be exactly this point. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. Take a tape measure tool, go from this corner, find the middle of this. That's the center line of that beam that's going to be going down the length of this building. There's a beam up above. That's the ridge beam, and I'm just locating that so I can figure out where all this stuff has to go. The other thing that's happening is the beam runs through these 2 posts. So I need to find the middle of these. And I'm going to put a tape measure tool, tape measure line on that. I'll find the center. I guess it's not going to like that. So what I'm doing is using a tape measure tool to project this up through the building. So I know where they are in this floor. This is a reference piece right now then. It's the old building plus the new. This is all just the new building. So we've got them stacked nice and clean. If we were to make this semi-transparent, which we can. I'll show you that. These will be stacked, so we'll be able to see the relative positions of the posts and the new wall, which is actually down below here, but we'll transfer that up above so we have that here as well. So we wanted to put a 12-inch post instead of the 2 9s. So a circle here. This is the one that's going to be kind of retrospective. In other words, the only post left, and it's going to be, respectful of the old building, if you will. I'm going to take this up like 10 feet. Just type in 10 feet. That's too short, but that's where we'll start. The building then will have a wall that's actually going to be, I think we decided this post was going to freestand. So the wall will be, let's try a foot. And it might be too much. 9 inches. I put a wall here, 6 inches. So I'm designing the floor plan with guidelines. Now this may change, but it's nice. It's easy to move guidelines, less easy to move real lines, if you will. This portion over here is going to be a bedroom and a study, and this portion is going to be the kitchen. So for now, I'll take the kitchen and go out, let's say 2 feet plus 3 feet plus another 3 feet. So that's 8 feet. Let's make it 9 feet just to be on the safe side. I'm just laying out the outside perimeter of the kitchen at this point. There will be no wall over here. This will be open. The front door is going to be in this area over here, so I want to put a wall here. We'll make it 3.5 for a stud wall. Then 6-foot door plus 4 inches on either end would be 6'8" for the door. So that's our door location. I'm going to draw some lines for that over these guidelines. Just marking the position of the door. Because when I pull it up, I'm drawing outside that group, which is maybe okay. Nah, I want to be inside. Okay. So I'm going to get inside this group. Go 6'8", which is 80 inches. Okay, that's the location of the entry door. I'm going to type J, which gets rid of the guidelines. Now you notice the guidelines are still there. That's because they're inside a group, or outside the group in this case. So inside and outside groups, guidelines may or may not be erased. I'm going to backwards go Control Z, back up. So the kitchen, I'm going to lay this out with the guidelines again. 24 for a counter, 24 for a counter. And this way I want to get 5 feet. Let's go 61 inches. So better for cabinetry. And 24 here. So that gives me a little bit more. I guess I can come back around. So I could actually, in this location, put a wall that's closer in. So I'm starting to solidify some of the decisions. Here I want to put a wall. I'm going to use a rectangle. Get that in there. And see, here's my kitchen. I'm going to leave that separate for right now because I want to put that on a separate component actually. Get a bathroom in here. So that needs to be 5 foot wide. 61 will make it. I'll go 3.5 here. These are raw stud dimensions. So for framers, basically is what it's about. We want to get a corridor running through here. We'll make this 42 and a wall, 3.5. Then we need we're going to put a laundry room right in here. We'll make this 42 inches as well for depth for a washer and dryer. See, this should be 5. No, that's 3'6". So I want 5 feet in that section. It's because of this offset here. Let's put this wall in for now. Rectangle. Throw that wall in. Now all this stuff should be off above this, yeah. I'm drawing outside that group intentionally so I'm not getting all this stuff stuck together. So my kitchen, I guess I can do the kitchen as a component here. So let's see, I'm going to draw with rectangles this time. I'll draw it with rectangles. Right click, make component. Call this kitchen. Now the reason I do that is because I want to be able to make this kitchen available outside of this drawing. So I can work on it outside of the model itself. Because components, as you're aware, it doesn't really matter where I put it. It doesn't have to be in line like that. It can be almost any place you like. It can be any place you like. But that way I don't have to get inside the model to design the kitchen. I can design it outside of the kitchen. Excuse me. I can design it outside of the model. So what we've got, and I'll probably be cutting some of this out. I'm thinking 42. Okay, so we'll go this way. I want a walk-in closet there, so I'm going to do 6 feet. Let's do 7 feet. It's a good number for a walk-in closet. 3.5. I guess I'm going to come back here. You know what? No, I'm going to change that. I don't like that. That's the nice part about working with guidelines. It's not hard to get rid of them. I am going to take and see what I got here. I need 3 feet. I want 3 feet for my laundry. And then I'm going to put a walk-in closet there. So I'm going to make this 36. Make this 5.5, so it's a plumbing wall. Then I'm going to make a walk-in closet, 6 feet. Three and a half. It's already there. Okay. So this portion up here is going to be the sleeping quarters, or maybe the study. I have to decide. I have to get a study and a sleeping quarters. It's all going to be one big room, so it doesn't really matter that much. But the closed off areas will be the closet and the bathroom and the laundry. So do it with this rectangle again. We'll trace in this wall, that room. That face can come out of there. So I just clicked on the face and hit delete. Draw some walls in here for the closet. Okay, so you can see we're creating faces now. So this area will be the bedroom, I think. Closet here. Laundry. A corridor. This corridor is probably going to be up here. I don't know if it'll be actually a corridor per se. It's 8'4". I don't think that's big enough. Window all of this. Closet. I want to make this at least 10 feet, maybe 12. 12. So 8'4" is 3'8" more. So I use the window and use the move tool. 3'8" more is 44 inches. So now I have 12-foot room. They need a study and they need a bathroom. This guideline I can erase. So you can erase guidelines. You can also delete them in whole. You go edit, delete guides, or you can go view guides and that'll just hide them temporarily. So it turns them off and on under the view menu. Some decisions have to be made. Closet here, bedroom here, study, which will walk into the study. I think I'm going to put that column as sort of the center line of the wall here, and so that this wall comes off of here, or centers up with that column. So draw a line here and draw it down on the blue axis, red arrow, blue arrow key, up arrow key. That's the center of that column on the floor. And we'll offset that. And we'll do some guidelines here. Tape measure. Come over 5.5. Draw a rectangle in here for the plumbing wall. This face can go away and this face can go away. We're going to take this across, get rid of that line and this line. If you use the eraser tool to do that, getting rid of those lines, you'll eliminate the guideline at the same time. So you want to be somewhat careful with that. Okay, so this line needs to go away. What I'm trying to do is get this all to be one face. So when I pull it up, it'll come up all together. This piece will be the laundry. Yeah, okay. So we'll make I'm going to make a guideline here that's going to be 8 feet. For the bathroom, we'll start with 8 feet. 8 inches isn't right. 8 feet. Okay, that almost aligns with this wall over here. So it probably makes sense to leave it that way. Efficiency is a good thing. Let's see what we have here. 5'1". I think that's what it said. Yeah, 5'1". So that's a good size for a bathtub. I think what we're going to do though is bring the bathtub sideways. So I want to get a window over here, and I don't want a bathtub in this position this way. So I draw in a counter vanity. I'll make that 23 inches. And the tub, it's going to be a shower, 36. 60 this way. I may have to mess around with this a little bit. Looks like rectangle here for the shower. So what I do typically when I'm designing floor plans is start using rectangles and just defining spaces. So this isn't going to be big enough. So I think my kitchen's a little too big. Let's go 12. I don't know where my component went. Get rid of these lines. Okay, there's my kitchen. Come over here, 3.5. Draw in the wall. Let's see, this wall wants to come through here. Use the move tool, move that line down to there. I'll just fill this in for the moment. So there's the laundry space. I think that needs to be bigger left to right. 36.5, so I need that bigger. I'm going to go, I need at least 5 feet. So 36.5 is going to be 1 foot 5.5. So I'll take this and window it. That wall, hold shift here and get rid of this line. Move tool, staying on the green axis. This is really important when you're doing this. 17.5. And then tape measure to measure this. 5 feet, okay. Now this wall, see inside here. 3 foot 2.5. Let's erase this. Make new wall. Okay, now that wall is hanging in space. I can use the move tool and drag that line down to this endpoint. Close that back up again. Same thing over here. So this is the fussing and fighting you have to do to get this to be a design drawing. Okay, so let's see what we got inside here. 3 foot 2.5. We can move that in 1.5 inches. .5, enter. Rectangle tool to draw in this wall. That's a 2x6 wall. .24. I'm just going to draw this rectangle up in space. Take lines and move them up 24. Draw them up 24. Draw a rectangle up here. There's my face. I'm going to offset this. F for offset. 3.5. Pull this down. I'm going to get it while I can get it. So what I did is drew that rectangle up in the air because it wouldn't form for me in the front part of that. So I made it happen. Just made it happen up above and push pulled it down. So if you get stuck, sometimes there's workarounds, which is what I just did. I'm not sure why it wasn't working, but it wasn't. So there you go. 5 foot 2.5. That's probably more than I need now. Move this over. So I windowed the whole thing using the move tool and picking a point on that object. No mouse button being held down at this point. It's just sliding. 2.5, so I can go 1.5. So this should be 1 foot, 5 foot 1. Yeah. Okay. So that's my laundry. Here's the kitchen. Here's the bathroom. I'm going to turn the guides off for a second. That's under the view menu, guides off. Okay, now I can see a little better. See, this kitchen is something weird. Oh, that's the bathtub. I'm going to erase this stuff. Start over. Somehow I managed to decomponentize this, if that's a word. Decomponentize. I like it. Turn it back into a component, since it seems to have decided it doesn't want to be anymore. Make component. Kitchen. I have no idea what happened there. It's all right. You just put it back together again. I'm gonna move this all over into this corner. Move this wall back over. This is called design, boys and girls. So I just switched points on that line. It's a good idea to draw from a specific point on an object or move things from a specific point. That way you can make sure it's ending up where you want it instead of where it wants to just arbitrarily go. SketchUp's nice, but it will sometimes pick points that aren't quite where you want them to be. 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. Okay. So I'm going to get inside this component, erase these extra lines. For now, I'll leave it where it is. Okay, so this is going to be, I don't know, we may change this around. Well, I'm going to put a bathroom in here still. I think I'm going to have the study over here probably. Move this back here. Oh, I got the guides turned off. Under the view menu, guides on. That's why they weren't showing up when I was double clicking on that corner. Yeah, this thing did move. It's taken the window, grabbed that whole thing. Got moved over a couple feet, at least a couple feet. So if you get too much, go sideways. You can see it just picked the part that I windowed there and not everything else. Move this back where it was. There we go. That's better. I'm going to look at this from the top just to make sure things are good still. And put it in parallel projection. See, there's a problem here. This is the problem you can have when you do moves. See, I moved this corner somehow before and it warped everything. So I can fix it. Just move it back. Put a guideline in here where it's supposed to be and use the move tool and push it back where it's supposed to be. Okay. So it's good you guys see the flaws. I'm not going to take them out. I'm going to leave them in so that you can see what I have done right and what I've done wrong. So we need a door in this particular place for the laundry. This column we're going to keep. Let's see, I'm going to put a guideline there on that center point. That's where the ridge of this roof should be. We'll see what happens here. Okay, this all stays like it is. It stays like it is. This is going to be a bathroom over here in this rectangle. Then we'll draw another one I don't know, that doesn't look quite right. Doesn't look like 3.5. Move control for a copy. Looks better. Line here. Come now. Here's a nifty little trick. You get a situation where you got two lines that are end to end and you want it to join. What you can do is draw a line perpendicular at that point. Hopefully this will work. Erase that line and you get a full line. It's pretty slick. So if you ever get a time when you want to join two lines together, that's what you do. Let's see. Something seems astray here. Double click with tape measure tool. Looks like we're slightly off. Yeah, we are. You can see it here. Take the tape measure tool here so I can get an intersection out here. Yep. I'll move all this over. Okay, now the segment lines as well. So I've been a little sloppy here, but hopefully you'll get the idea. You have to be a little loosey-goosey when you're designing. It's not always just modeling. Sometimes it's designing. Usually for me as an architect, it's almost always designing. And the modeling, unfortunately, kind of comes as a secondary thing. Just move this back a little bit. See what I got here. 2 feet. 2 feet. 2 feet. Okay, good. We're good there. Here's our bathroom. Here's our laundry. I'm not sure what that space is going to be for. I guess I'm going to make a walk-in closet out of that. So we can measure this. 2 foot 5.5. And window this whole thing. I want 7 feet. So that's 6 foot 6.5. I'm going to move this. 6 foot. No. Let's go back. My math is not working. 5 foot. 4 foot 5.5. 4 foot 6.5. 54.5. So you can use move with windows. You just have to be careful that you're not picking up anything else somewhere else in the model. See, like that. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about. I must have somehow made a circle that was really big. Well, see, those are the flaws that you can have, so you gotta be careful with making windows. There. Make sure you don't pick anything else. Move 54.5. Okay. Move works well, but you just got to watch. and be careful. So don't do what I do, do what I say. So there's a walk-in closet. I'm going to take this whole thing and make it a group. Let's take this part here and move it up. Now I'm going to make this a group and hold shift, get rid of this. I want to take it out of that group. I want to make it a group so I can move it around if I need to. Make group. Right click, make group. Okay, kitchen. It's a component, that's good. So what I'm going to do with that is grab it and pull it out, make a copy, Control M, Control. Move Control. Getting too many guidelines in here. I'm going to hit J, which is my shortcut for delete guides, so I can see a little bit better. So I need a door into the bedroom and I need a door into the bathroom. And I'm going to decide how that's going to work. I'm thinking that I'm thinking that burns up a lot of fuel. Let's see. I've already said I don't want a bathtub this way or a shower this way. Let's see what happens here. I got to get 60 inches for the shower, 36 inches for the shower. Oh, that's pretty big. I don't want to go outside of this area that I've already established here, but down below. So I have to work within this space. There's no choice. Let's see what we got here for the study. 8'8". That's not terrible. Let's see what I got here. 4 feet. That's probably about right. Well, not sure. I mean, basically, it's just work out this area right here and we're done. Let's see, if I get a door here, see, that's not going to work. I can't do that. Door's got to be down here because this is going to have bifold doors on it unless it rotates. You know, I'm not crazy about this. Waste of space over here. Well, maybe I'm going to have to give in and move this over. Move it in 5 inches, 6 inches. Okay, so that's just kind of barely encapsulating a column. How much space do I have here? This looks substantial. It's only 10 feet. I'm going to move this over an inch, so it is 10 feet. That's me. I like things to be nice and neat. 10 feet, nice and neat. 10 feet, 1/4 inch. That's that lowly deal. There's a place that you can set, I don't think it's in here, workspace maybe, no. Window, model info, statistics, text, dimensions. Text, units, it's under units, okay. Enable length snapping, 1/4 inch. That's where that 1/4 inch came from, that 10-foot 1/4 inch. You don't want this on. You're going to get a 1/4 inch buried in your drawing every time. So I'll leave it like off. Okay, now let's see. 10 foot. You notice before it said 10-foot 1/4 inch. So that's under window, model info, units, and it's length, enable length snapping. That's kind of, you set up a fraction here, a 1/4 inch. So if you say yes, it says you put in here how much you want. I don't know if you can put 0. No, you can't. So you have to either turn it off or have it at 1/8 inch, I guess. So I leave it off, or I'm leaving it off. This is something I was discovered on the forum. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Because I was doing drawings where 1/4 inch was kept coming up, and like, what is going on? So I'm not sure why that's even there, to tell you the truth. What do we have here? 5 foot 11.5. We don't need that much. Let's go 30 feet 4 here, so that's 40 inches. I'm going to move this over to that spot. So you can see if you make groups, you can start shuffling around your plan and make things work for you. Here, I got to get inside this group so I can modify this. Tape measure, 3.5 inches. Same thing over here, 3.5. Then I'll draw a line over those guidelines to cut those faces, or cut that face and push-pull this out. Wait a minute, it's not quite there. I guess it is. Push-pull this out to 0. Just erase what's left here. So I need to get a bifold door in there. I need exactly 5 feet for that. Oops. Not sure why that disappeared. We'll fix that. We'll fix you. You can't fix us. We'll fix you. I just retraced that rectangle, put that wall back in there. Okay, so that's where my bifold door is going to go, right here. Let's look at this from the top. Camera is parallel projection. Okay, we've got an extra line in here. Okay, there we go. See how far this is from here to here. 4 foot 8, 7/8. I think the key here is I want to get an opening of decent size, 5 foot 5. I'd like to get about 6 feet at least. 6 feet, because I want this whole area is going to be open to each other. So I'm going to move that wall up. Move this up to that line. And move this over to this line, to that wall. Someplace here, let me see, tape. Check this measurement, 1 foot, perfect. Bookshelves, yes. These people have a gajillion books, a gajillion. I think that's maybe even guessing short, probably more than that. Okay. So I have basically what I need. Got to get this wall over to this laundry. Or do I? Yeah, I do, because this has to be outside of that. I got to have that 5 feet in here. So I'm feeling like this kitchen is going to be taking up more space than it can. So I need to have a door over here for the bathroom. Right now I have 19.5 inches, which is nowhere near what I need. They want to do accessible living, so I need to have minimum 2 foot 10 inch door plus 8 inches, so that's 3 foot 6 inches. No, 3 foot 8 inches. No, 210 plus 8 is 3.6. Yeah. So I need 3 foot 6 from here, which is 42. Holy moly. I don't know. I have to change this. Let's make a group out of this bathroom. I'm holding control and picking these lines. I don't know, make group. So that's my bathroom. Here's my closets. So I can move this around independently. See what we got here. 8 foot 8. You notice there's no 1/4 inches anymore. So I want to get the bathroom door. Well, you know what? I can put the bathroom door on this side. Aha. Sometimes it helps just to turn it around. Camera perspective. Okay. Let's see if I move this. Okay. Just trying to get into it. That's all. Let's get 4 inches here for the door. And 34 for the handicap accessible door. Put some lines in here. Okay. Come over here, put in this wall. another 3-foot door over here. Let's see. So I need to put this shower. Three-foot shower is there. And I need another 3 feet for the toilet. Well, actually 32 inches is plenty for a toilet. (7'3½). It's getting kind of small. Well, just leave it here for a moment. I can move the kitchen, move this closet over so I can get a little more room on the left side here. Squeeze the kitchen down a little bit. It's probably bigger than they really need. Although he is a big time cook, he likes to cook. He's a big time guy. Tell you the truth. Okay. So I'm going to move this over, let's say a foot. I'll leave a foot of cabinetry over here on this side. Delete those lines. Okay, there's the kitchen. Here's the bathroom. Tape. So that's 4 feet. That's not good. See, I need 2 and 3 is 5. 5.5. I need like 6 feet. 5'8". That's pretty close. Okay. Let's slide this over. 3.5. Individually pick these. I got a tiny window. Pick this line. Okay, we're going to slide this over to this point. Okay, that's where I want it. What do we got over here? 8 feet. Okay, that's good for a study. They just want a sleeping area. They don't really want a bedroom per se. When you measure things, make sure you measure them in the same vertical plane. Like from here to here, you see it's 7, 6.25. And from here to here at the bottom, which is where we should be measuring, 7'3". So be careful you don't get caught in that. Okay, so on this side, we'll make a vanity, 23 inches. This side here, we got 5'10". We want 5 feet. That's that. So this will come out. We're close. 5 feet there. Tape this over 3.5. See, are we inside this guy or outside it? We're inside it. So I'm going to pull this out to there. Take this line out. There's lines here too. Okay. Again, making a single face out of all this makes sense. Let's see, I think this is the 5 feet. Yep. So just draw a line here. This space here is for the toilet, closet door, the door swing. So we can do a door swing here. Let's see, do the one that looks like a door. Makes sense, right? Bring this out over to the 3-foot mark. Drag it over. Take that face out of there. Okay. Shower. Vanity here. Sink, whatever they're going to do. Circle. Let's see, this would be about 8. Change it to 9. I just changed the circle size by typing in a new number. Control, I want to copy it because it'll change everything when I do it. You saw that warp without copy on. See what happens. So we get rid of this. Every time a line crosses another line in SketchUp, they make new faces. Okay, so that's that. There's the shower. The toilet. See, I think I have a toilet. I'll import. SketchUp components. There it is. Plumbing. Toilet. Tempo. This is a toilet that I drew, so toilet nice. Here's mine. I like mine best. It looks good in a plan. So import. There it is. Need to rotate it. Just use one of these X's. 90 degrees. Or 0, I guess, in this case. Apparently. Here I usually go from the top, so I'll go to top view. Parallel projection. It's real easy to move a toilet or something like that around in parallel projection versus 3D. Let's see what we have. It should be about 15 inches. Really close. 2 3/8. 0.625. Okay. So there's our toilet. This line, I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, so there's our bathroom, our kitchen. Study, sleeping area, laundry. So let's see, rectangle 27, that's a washer and dryer, comma 27. Move, control, one of each. I could group out of this. My washer and dryer. Get rid of these lines. And center to center, then I'm going to come out 4 inches for the vent. Okay. Then I need a door over here for to the bedroom. Use tape measure tool, come over 4, come over 34. Okay. I'll draw some lines. Aha. I forgot that was elevated. I was push-pulled. See, I put it in the wrong place. 4. Got to keep in mind you're drawing 3-dimensionally. 34. Okay. Put these lines in. I'm putting them in because I want to be able to track them. I don't put doorways in until I get to the 3D part of it. So it's a lot easier to do in a full door 3-dimensionally than it is in plan. Okay. I'm only pulling these up so I can kind of keep track of stuff. Sometimes it's sort of a mistake. Oh. Okay. It's not liking me. Pull this up. Rectangle. Pull. I'm pulling this up and just referencing the top of this wall so it's the same height. I don't even care what height it is at the moment. Okay, my washer and dryer are hanging out in space up a little bit high. See, those are going to be 36 inches tall. 36. 36. Triple click, reverse face. So washer dryer, it's probably down below the floor. Okay, so door, kitchen, that door are in pretty good shape. Let's look at this from the top. Okay, let's put this door swing in. Part of this wall. Tape. Gotta go back to perspective. It's a little easier to draw in perspective than it is in parallel. 4 inches. 3 feet, 34 inches. So I'll draw a line here at 34 inches. And then the arc that looks like a door. There. You want to put it on the swing side. Erase this piece in the middle. And what I usually do here is put these doors on a tag called doors, which you can see I already have one over here on the tag menu. So we'll click on it. And mark it doors. Tag it doors. That way I can turn them off and on, depending on looking at a 2D or 3D drawing. It does make a difference. Doors, where are you? There you are. So the toilet there I drew many years ago. I just thought it looked more cool in SketchUp and had less detail in it. The toilets you get on the internet or from the manufacturers are usually pretty detailed and a lot more information than you really need to show. I got a walk-in closet here that needs a door. So we'll find the center. Tape measure tool, drag it down until we find the center point. 34 is what, 17? Yeah, 17 inches each way. .210. Draw a line. 34. The door arc. Put the center point on the hinge side, drag across, and then pull it around. We'll set this on doors. Okay. So that's our basic plan. Not going to go much further than this, except to get these walls up to a height that makes sense. Most of the windows will be done, and windows and doors will be done once the exterior walls are in place. For right now, I'm going to use 10 feet to get the walls up to the height I want. This wall will be short, so I'm going to leave that short of that. So I'm going to pull these up. That's 2 feet, and then 8 feet. So I guess the walls that I had in there before were 2 feet tall. We'll pull this up to the height of that. That's the front door.